Perfect. Just put your hands in front of you, okay? Just gonna place you temporarily under arrest. Okay. I'll explain to you that. I'll explain.
What are you guys doing?
I've explained this already. I'm being as courteous as I can.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the moment that Ruby Frankie's two other children, that's her middle children, were picked up by police. They had been staying at Ruby's friend Pam Botcher, her house. Pam is the president of the Connections Classroom program, and yeah, apparently Ruby had called her to look after her kids in a family emergency before Ruby got picked up by the police herself. So this is the moment now, body cam image of Pam having the knock at the door by the police.
Hi.
Hello, Pam. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm Officer Hawkins, American Fork Police Department.
Hi.
So we had a agency assist out of St. George and Springville that we're just looking for. Okay. When you picked her up, what was the case? Did somebody ask you to pick her up, or did you just pick her up? What was going on?
Well, I'm having guests coming, and she came and did some cleaning for me.
So according to Pam, one of the kids was dropped on her lap and so that she could do some cleaning that evening, and that was most helpful.
Some cleaning for you?
We're right now in the house.
In the living room right here.
Okay, great. We're gonna have both of you come out here then.
If you can, just for a second. We just have to go over some stuff.
You have a warrant?
Yeah, we do.
Let me see it, please.
So, it's in my car, but right now, my concern is...
Will you just tell them you're alright?
Well, we
Yeah.
have to physically see her.
Come to the doorway.
We'll go ahead and get the copy of the warrant for you, okay?
Maybe it's me being a little bit cynical, but I found it a little bit odd that they asked to see the warrant. You know, the police come to the door and ask to speak to the children of your friend and to see if they are okay, and their first response is, well, do you have a warrant? Can I see it first, please? I mean, yeah, they have rights, obviously, but just, you know, I feel like that wouldn't be the first thing on my mind if there was an issue with the kids whom I'm supposed to be caring for.
You have a warrant for my house?
Specifically for you.
For you and the child.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's also important to note that I think the police at this stage, the officers specifically who are attending that house, don't have, well, they have limited knowledge of what is going on, and they, I think, only think there's only one child in the house and the other child is roaming free somewhere else. That's the impression that I've got so far.
So,
What is going on?
as of right now, I'll just need you to give your phone to your husband.
Okay.
Okay? And as of this moment, you're going to be detained right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
So
so,
what does that mean?
is there anything on you?
No.
Okay, perfect. Just put your hands in front of you, okay? Just going to place you temporarily under arrest. Okay? I'll explain to you that
What are you guys doing?
I've explained this already. I'm being as courteous as I can,
Okay,
okay?
well, I'm gonna...
I've got to say, if somebody was putting handcuffs on me and saying, look, I'm trying to be as courteous as I can, I wouldn't be too impressed with that. I'm sorry. I mean, you can be as courteous as you want to be, but if you're putting handcuffs on me, I'm going to be a little bit worried and less than cooperative. But Pam seems to be quite cooperative in this situation. Maybe she's in shock. Possibly that's it.
Call an attorney.
That's fine.
I don't know what's
Yeah, I don't even know what this is all about.
Okay, so I'm going to
my
explain
wife
to you when
in
we get to the car.
handcuffs and-
Yes, I just explained to you that you're being detained right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you to my car, okay? I need this officer to stay with your husband, and I'm going to explain everything to you when we get there, okay? So are you familiar with any officers in Springville?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Do you have siblings or kids in St. George?
Well, I have a married daughter,
Okay. What's her name?
Stacy.
Okay. Do you know of any issues that they just went through today?
No, do you?
Yes, I do. So that's why I'm trying to figure out.
So there definitely seems to be some sort of confusion here. This officer seems to think that it is Pam's daughter that is the accused with the alleged abuse, and it's not the case, obviously. But you can't really blame necessarily the policeman there, because they don't have first-hand information. Maybe they picked it up wrong or whatever. They just have the details of detaining this woman. That is it.
So we were requested by St. George and Springfield Police to make contact here, the residents is here, then to detain you currently until questions are answered. Okay.
What kind of questions?
So I'm gonna call the main officers from Springville, and that's where I'm gonna tell him that I have you detained, and he can question you from now. Does that make sense? So now you know pretty much as I do. Okay. So I'm gonna call him, and we're just gonna go from there. Okay.
So what do I have to do with it? Why am I like this when haven't resisted or anything?
Because I have to detain you momentarily until I figure out what charges they're gonna go with at you. So like I said, we were requested by another agency to locate you and detain you temporarily under a warrant to figure out what it is. He's right there, which means you had her. That makes sense?
Yeah, she comes over to my house all the time.
I'm going off what you're saying. I'm going off what they're saying. I don't know what's the truth. I know that she's here. I don't know if she came willingly or not.
Well, can't you ask her?
That's what we're about to do.
Okay.
But as of right now, that's why I separated you, because I want the truth. I don't want coercion. I don't want her being felt like she has to say stuff.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in there. We're going to drive back to the front so you can hang out right in front of your house.
Thank
okay?
you. Okay.
All right, watch your hand. So just, can you tie yourself or no? Or can you place your seatbelt or no?
No.
No? Okay.
So I find this all quite interesting, really, because here in the UK we don't get privileges like this of seeing body cam images. I mean, now you could debate that why would they release it before any court trial or anything has taken place, but you know, I still do find it quite interesting to look upon what has actually gone on and everything. The next one is going to be the officer is now finding out more details, and he is going to ask Pam her version.
Sorry, sorry, I'm talking with DCFS.
Okay.
We have DCFS here, they're on their way, they're gonna come pick right now.
Okay.
So if you can detain Pam still for a minute, and then there, and DCFS will be there in just a minute.
Okay. Can you at least give me a synopsis of what this is in regards to?
Alright, yeah. So I'm gonna
I'll just have you stand by your truck really quick for right now, sir, okay? I'll come over there in a second. You're coming to this house, I just need you to stand right there for a second. I get you. Just give me 2 seconds, okay?
So what's going on? Are you there?
Yeah, I got someone that rolled up to the driveway behind me, so I just told him to wait.
Okay. Alright. So what's going on is we got a call from DCFS because St. George PD got a call about 2 kids that were found and then locked up in a safe and tied up, and it's
So this is a bit more of misinformation. This officer is now being told that the kids were found in a safe, and they weren't in fact found in a safe. They were found in a safe room, which is obviously very different to a safe. But this is how it gets a bit murky, I think, when you get misinformation from one to the next, and then he is then going to pass that on to Pam in a second, and that's going to cause a bit more confusion, I reckon.
siblings, and the suspects are the parents.
Okay.
But St. George has mom and dad detained down there, and they are doing some interviews right now to kind of figure out everything that's going on. There's one other sibling that we're still looking for, that are considered still in dangerous, and DCFS has a warrant to take them both into custody and into state's custody.
And you see, right there, he's just said they're still looking for one of the other kids, and in fact they weren't, because both of the children were in that house there. And again, that's misinformation, because actually quite important information, because they're saying one of the children is in that house and one is still on the loose. And yet, if Pam didn't come forward and say, look, both kids are in my house, then they might not have found the other child. That makes sense, you know. It's quite important that you get these things right, in my opinion.
Pam was seen picking up the Springville Rec Center around 1:15 today, and that's how we kind of figured that out and had you guys go out there. So we're still kind of figuring everything out, but that's the basis of it, is that these kids there's a warrant to take them into state custody. A couple of them are found and malnourished and bound and locked in a safe. So
Okay.
that's where we're at, and then we're still looking for the other one.
Okay.
So again, you have there that they're saying we're still looking for the other one. So again, misinformation. Now, I've mentioned quite a few times here about misinformation, and I'm not blaming the police officers in this case, because one gets told one thing, they pass it on to another, and they pass it on to another. It's just maybe a little bit more... I don't know how things are usually done within the police force, so I don't know if this is normal, but he then goes on to pass that information on to Pam, which, you know, it was completely wrong information. So whether or not he should share that is another question.
Okay. So, like I told you everything that I know, right? And as soon as I find out, I tell you, kind of thing, right? Pretty transparent. Okay. So today, your daughter in St. George was hooked up with DCFS on a possible child abuse. Okay.
My daughters, are you sure you have the right daughter, Stacy Crane?
See, again, as I said before, this is misinformation. This officer is telling her that her daughter has been mistreating her grandchildren and that her daughter is up for child abuse charges, when none of this has anything to do with her daughter whatsoever.
Someone from St. George that has their child.
No, that's not my daughter.
Okay. Well, those officers are on their way up here to talk to you.
Okay.
And talk to her.
Okay.
And DCFS is on their way as well.
Okay.
I'm not here to argue the logistics.
No, I know.
I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah, it's just those would be my granddaughters, and those aren't my granddaughters. Those are my friends' daughters.
Okay. So your friend's daughters then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is Ruby Frankie's daughter.
Okay.
She's a friend of ours. She comes over and helps me every once in a while to do cleaning and stuff.
Okay.
So Ruby's daughters go over to her house and do cleaning every now and again, just randomly cleaning. You know, great day out. Let's go for a clean at Pam's house.
So this is what happened, okay? Her parents were in the situation of a child abuse allegation.
Okay.
DCFS made the report and went to the house and found children malnourished and locked in a safe. Okay?
In the safe?
In a safe. Okay? So now...
Yeah, Pam, locked in a safe. She seems a bit concerned about that, as if, like, where the hell would we get a life-size safe from to lock the kids in? Didn't seem to be too concerned about the fact that they were malnourished, though, because she knows that that's perfectly normal. That is usually what does happen over at Jodie's house, you know. And the reason why she knows it happens, because she's been around Jodie for a very, very long time, and she knows these things.
Those officers and DCFS have taken custody of those children, and we're looking for this one. The rec center, when they went to go find her, said that you picked her up.
Yeah, I
So
did.
now they are trying to figure out
Why I picked her up?
you picked her up, what you know with her. Is she okay? Did she come here willingly? All that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, they
so
can
as
ask
soon
her
as they
that.
come here,
Yeah.
we'll be on our way.
Okay.
Okay, that's why I said you're just detained. You're not placed under arrest just right now until they figure out what's going on with their part. Okay?
Okay.
So as long as she's not tied up and bound because you
I did make her scrub.
do something, you
I
know?
did make her scrub the floor, and they vacuumed and stuff because I have company coming tonight from Costa Rica.
Yeah. Pam saying that Ruby's children did in fact scrub the floor and vacuum and everything because they're having guests over tonight, and it's very most welcome to have your random friends' kids come over to scrub your floor. I mean, can anybody actually imagine if that was a real life situation? Well, this is a real life situation, but you know, if your friend asked for your kids to go over to their house to do a bit of scrubbing the floor, what the hell would you say? You'd say, on your fucking bike. What the fuck's wrong with them? Honestly.
So, but she did it of her own free will. We had lunch.
Yeah.
We went to Rolly's farm and had ice cream.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you just want what?
That's not my case.
Okay.
DCFS and Springfield Police Department asked me to come here, make contact with you, here detain you until
Okay.
they can ask questions.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for now? Until they get here at least?
No, yeah, I was just scared because I thought it was my daughter. That's not my daughter. My daughter only has little kids. I mean, they don't shouldn't have any kids that age.
For those of you who are wondering why she's not overly concerned about the welfare of the children, you know, because why would you ask whether the kids who are malnourished are okay? She has been doing this for a long time. She's been around Jodie for a long time. As Jodie's own niece once testified recently, in fact, that Pam used to be like the go-between with Jodie and child abuse. It's just listen.
Pam Botcher, when I was living with Jodie, Pam Botcher was around. She was Jodie's like best friend. And I didn't realize that she was connected in this. I mean, I have very strong feelings towards Pam because of not that she was directly applying abuse, like just she wasn't like actually involved, but she was one of the people that was like constantly surveilling, like the surveillance of like reporting back to Jodie. She was always at the house just because she was friends with Jodie, so it's sometimes a little murky. But wow, that's very disappointing, and I'm wondering why she's not being, why they're not talking about her.
So when people are asking, did Pam know? Was she aware of what was going on in Jodie and Ruby, you know, with the kids and everything? Of course she did. She knew every single thing because she used to do it, as Jessie said there. That's Jessie, Jodie's niece, who was suffered horrific abuse by Jodie. Pam used to report back to Jodie over the abuse. If Jessie got out online or did anything that was wrong, Pam would go back to Jodie and tell her. So Pam knows everything. She knows what goes on in that household. She knows of the abuse, and she should be held more accountable than she currently is.
I don't understand why having her come to my house.
Who, her?
Yeah.
Because they don't know whether it was voluntary or not. I think is the first problem.
See. Okay.
And the second problem is, since those children are, I don't know the full details of how mistreated or how malnourished those children are.
Okay.
All I know is that's the words and treatment that they used.
Yeah.
Now, I've already said that she already knows, what's going on, but it is very telling that you would ask how the kids are. She's been told a couple of times now the children were found malnourished and, locked in a safe. But she has not said, oh, by the way, how are the children? Are they okay? Are they fine? What's happening? Are they okay? In fact, nobody said that. That really, really got to me, the fact that nobody concerned with this entire situation ever asked if the children were okay. Not even the Ruby's sisters, and even that close, they never mention, oh, I hope the children are okay, I'm praying for the kids, or whatever. Just nothing. Nobody seems to care. It's very weird.
Which means that they are severely concerned of her well-being
Okay.
and every child that's in that home.
Okay. So they'll just have to talk to her and
Because I've been a part of many DCFS cases where as soon as the parents are hooked up, kids are taken. If there's any kids that aren't in the home immediately when the kids are taken, guess what? They're scurrying around. Other family members are picking them up that way. The parent can come back and grab them before DCFS takes them.
oh yeah.
I'm telling you, you may be a good person, but there's a lot of people in this world that aren't.
Right. Well, if DCFS is supposed to take her, then they can take her. I mean, I'm not going to try to fight that. I mean,
Well, that's what they're going to come talk to you about. They left already, so they should be here in the next 10-15 minutes, but Springville just left as I got off the phone with him, so he's probably going to be about 20.
DCFS or whatever it is coming?
Yeah, so DCFS will come for their part first, and then the detective
So they're
Munford
just going
is
to ask
coming
her
to
if
talk
she
to you.
came willingly to my house and
And
if
I
everything
think-
is okay?
And she has to be taken into state custody,
Oh, she does? Okay.
because I think her parents were arrested.
Okay. So, I'm just wondering why they don't want...
Maybe they already...
No, I have her. She's in my house.
She's in here?
Yeah.
I didn't get told.
And how long did it take Pam to actually mention, oh, by the way, the other child, the one that you're looking for right now, yeah, she's also in my house as well. Didn't you know that maybe you might be interested in that particular fact? But no, it's taken them quite a while to get to that point, isn't it? So
Okay, so she contacted around here, and then you went and picked up both of them. Were they both in Springville, or were she was at Ace? But what Ace was it at?
I don't know. I can give you the address, but I don't remember. It's somewhere like south.
Spanish Fork?
Yeah, I mean, no, not Spanish Fork. It's
Ace
past Spanish Fork.
Santa Quinn?
We went to the Rollies barn right after I picked her up.
Okay, so probably Santa Quinn.
Yeah, that's Santa Quinn.
Okay.
That's almost a Nephi type area.
Yeah.
Okay. She was at the Ace. And did you call both the girls and say, hey, your mom told me to come get you?
No.
Okay. How did you contact them to know where they were at?
I just went to the pool and said, hey, they have a family emergency. Can I pick up? She said, sure. So I just said, family emergency. Your mom said you could come help me clean today. She said, okay.
okay, so I gotta say this, right? It must be such a regular occurrence that the kids go over to her house to clean specifically, because the amount of times that she said the kids came over to clean, we did the cleaning, we scrubbed the floors and everything, and then she was told to go over and pick up the kids from wherever it was they were at. And when she went there, she said, she told the children, your mum said she has a family emergency, you can come over today to clean, right? Why would that even be a thing? If you have a family emergency, why would you want to just come over to your mum's friend's house to clean their house? Just say family emergency, you're going to come and stay with me for a few hours until it's all sorted out. Why it just feels really icky is what it is. Yeah, these kids are like 14 and 16, I believe, so I just don't know why you would send them over to your friend's house to clean their house. It's really, really weird. And to be fair, it's not on, really, in my opinion.
Okay. And what about, how did you get in contact with this picture of it?
Ruby just told me she'd be at the Ace Hardware.
Oh, okay. So Ruby told you were both of them. Okay. Okay.
So they've been here all day. We went to Rolly's farm and got Rolly's Red Barn and got ice cream at the Red Barn. And then we came here and we scrubbed the floors and vacuumed and made lunch, had BLTs and...
So again, yeah, we went out, we had a lovely time, we had ice cream, we came home, we scrubbed the floor, we had BLTs, you know, a regular day out, a regular day, you know, a fun day for the kids, I'm sure.
We were going to go pick tomatoes and make salsa tonight.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we were doing tonight.
So just to make sure I'm understanding all this correctly, Ruby contacted you around noon and said that they had an emergency.
Around it. I don't know if that's
Sure.
exact.
That's your best guess.
Said she had a family emergency.
And needed you to pick up the girls.
Yeah, she said, would you mind watching the girls while I'm gone? Because she was leaving. I said, yeah, I could do that because I need some help cleaning.
Okay, and then did you say to bring them to your house for today and then take them back home tonight, or to keep them here for a couple days?
She didn't say. I was just planning on bringing them home tonight.
Oh, okay. And she also... the kids are both right there.
Yeah, picked them up.
And did you pick up first then? Mm-hmm. And then you went down? Okay.
And they've been here, besides going to that Rolly's Red Barn, they've been here the whole time.
Okay. And you guys have been just cleaning?
Yeah. But smell my house. It smells great. Yeah, we had lunch.
Yeah, good one, Pam, good one. Smell my house, it smells great. They did a great job, the kids on the house, and they made a great job of it. But yeah, is it really the time and place? Sorry.
Have you ever had anything like this happen before, where you picked up the girls?
Oh, like,
hey, we need you to watch the girls.
No, everything else has been so like they wanted to learn how to make jam, and so they had a whole bunch of strawberries and raspberries, so I went down there, things like that. But you know, so I have interacted with them and we've done stuff, but it's usually to make jam or learn how to sew or do something, or like someone has a play or something, we go to see it or something, but not, you know, they have come to my house before and done house weeding and stuff like that.
So you're not painting a very good picture of these kids' overall lifestyle, really, saying that they've been to your house before to do weeding. Now, we know from previous videos that those same kids have been over at Jodie's house doing weeding and gardening and stuff like that in, you know, high temperatures and stuff. And it's just, it feels like every ounce of their life was geared towards gardening, working, helping the adults around. It's just, you know, there are certain, you know, you can do chores as a child just to teach you, but not that like the slave labor it seems that these kids seem to live through.
How did you start to know the family? How did you guys meet?
The Frankie family?
Yeah.
Through a program called Connections. It's a kind of a life skills type thing.
It's a life skills type thing. Probably best not mention that it's geared towards parenting advice, you know, given that Ruby is up for parental issues, shall we say. So, yeah, this is the president of Connections, don't forget, and she fails to mention that, oddly enough.
So tell me more about like when you first led them through the program, or not really know what the program is.
She was a coach.
Okay. What type of things do they do with the program?
It's like life skills. Like learning how to, you know, it's like be honest, responsible, and humble. Those are those 3 colors of their program.
I've got to say, she doesn't seem to know an awful lot about the program, which she is currently president of. You know. And I would have thought maybe you'd have more of an input into things, but clearly not. Maybe you were just the face of it. Maybe it was Jody put you as the face, the forefront to keep her away from things. Maybe, I don't know. But if my name, my face was on a website, you know, fronting this thing, I think I'd want to know what it is that, you know, you did there.
Is there like a meeting place for you guys met, or is it kind of a virtual
No,
thing?
it's online every Saturday morning. It's called Empowering Joy.
Okay. How long have you known them for?
Oh, gee.
Ish.
Probably, oh, gee, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I didn't know her really well because she was in the program, but I didn't really know her. But I've known her probably really well, maybe 3 years.
Is this like a program that she started, or is it just one that she kind of...
She's just a part of it.
She's just part of it.
Yeah, she was quite a big part of it as well, you know. But I feel like this is probably the right time for Pam to step forward and say, look, yeah, Ruby is part of it, but I'm like the head honcho of it, you know. And also there was another lady, Jody, there, who is also in charge. Maybe you might want to speak to her. No, she's very carefully choosing her words here so as not to get herself too involved in the situation by distancing herself from it. And yeah, well, we all know what she is. You know, it's a very weird situation what's going on over there at Pam's, and yeah, I think that brings us back up to date. So far, we're still waiting on the court date, the criminal court date. The welfare case as it stands is closed to the public, so we won't find out what's going on there. But that's as it should be, really, because nobody needs to follow those kids around 24/7, you know, and find out where they're living and what they're doing and everything else, right? But the criminal case, we're still waiting for an update on the date. It was supposed to be not before the 5th of October that it gets announced. Obviously, that's passed now, so hopefully any day soon, sometime soon, we'll know further about that, and hopefully we'll be able to cover that in more detail once it happens. Until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Until next time, have a brilliant day, take care of yourselves, and bye bye.